有灯 this is just waiting, right? 灯 is wait. And then 过年 this is again the Spring Festival.
Yes.
And then la, what is this la?
La is a happy last particle you put in the sentence. 要过
Okay.
年啦 very happy, about to spend the traditional Chinese New Year, holidays, don't have to work. Will still post things on my personal account.
So that means she's still working on the
I'm
Spring
not working, I'm
Festival.
having fun with my friends online.
Oh, that's one way to look at it. Yeah.
So la would be a happy particle you put at the end of the sentence.
All right.
Okay, so do you have any questions about the conversation?
At this point, no.
So la would be a happy particle you put at the end. Okay, so do you have any questions?
At this point, no.
All right, let's try it.
只是我第一次在中国过年，需要准备些什么吗？
过节都一样呀，要大扫除、办年货、买新衣。
我已经打扫好房间了，正在下单。
Some say Chinese is one of the most difficult languages in the world, and learning it is almost impossible.
So learning Chinese, the most difficult thing.
非常非常非常非常非常难。
So I'm sort of tone deaf. I can't really hear them.
I think the cultural mindset is the biggest thing. Chinese, the most difficult thing.
非常非常非常非常非常难。
So I'm sort of tone deaf. I can't really hear them.
I think the cultural mindset is the biggest thing. Complication for grammar.
知吃思吃都还难。
It's just complicated. So much.
Only because you're not learning it in the right way. Why not try Takeaway Chinese, where you can take some Chinese away and experience progress day by day. Takeaway Chinese, we will promise you a difference.
Welcome to Takeaway Chinese. I'm your Honglin. Joining me today, Mr. Tony Reed in the studio. Hi, Tony.
Hey, New. Guess we are preparing for New Year, right?
Yes, we are exactly doing that, and I love it when you put it that way. So, for our dear listeners, if you're interested in Chinese culture and you want to get a grip with the Chinese language, then this is the show for you. Stick with us, and you soon see the rewards. And for more fun Chinese learning, follow our Facebook page, CRI Learn Chinese, to watch many fun videos and live streams. But now, let's provide you with some free Chinese for takeaway. 这是我第一次在中国过年，需要准备些什么吗？过节都一样呀，要大扫除、办年货、买新衣。我已经打扫好房间了，正在下单买零食，计划明天去逛街。 哈哈，看来你万事俱备，就等过年啦。
So this is just a conversation about what are you doing for the new year, pretty much, or how do you prepare for the festival? And yeah,
So let's get started with the first sentence. 这是我第一次在中国过年，需要准备些什么吗？
this is my first spring festival in China. Do I need to prepare anything? So 只是 this is this, right?
嗯哼，
我第一次.
嗯哼，
So 我 this is was my or I.
我 can be I or my or
Right.
me or just anything.
第一次 is first time.
First time, 第一次。
And then 在中国过年. So this is spring festival, right, in China.
Well,
So in is 在, right?
yes, I think 过年 is more like a verb kind of phrase. So
Okay.
you say 要过年了. It's about we are about to spend the new year. So 过年 is like celebrate the new year, spend the new year. It's 过 carries the meaning of something past, but here it's more like a verb. So it's my first time. If you want to, you can translate it as this is my first time spending Spring Festival in China, but in English don't need the spending.
No,
Right.
you say it's my first spring festival in
Yes.
China. 需要, so this is need, right?
需要
Yeah, 准备, this is prepare or
Yes.
get ready. 些什么, so this is anything, right?
Yes. So 什么 is what,
What?
and 些 is a some. So literally, it's need,
What some?
prepare, some, what. So what some, something. Need to prepare anything.
些什么?
If, for example, you want to say, what are you writing? You can say 你在写什么? What are you writing? You can also say 你在写些什么? And then 过节都一样呀，要大扫除，办年货，买新衣。
So this is it's all the same, celebrating the holidays. We should do thorough cleaning, buy New Year goods, and also get some new clothes. All right, so let's see if I can get this. So 过节都, so this is Spring Festival all,
过
right?
节 is actually celebrating festivals.
Oh, celebrating the festival. So
Yes.
it's weird because 过节 is also part of the 过年.
Exactly. 过 is to spend or to celebrate or to do, and 节 is festivals.
Yeah.
So if you're saying 过年, 年 is traditional Chinese New Year. So 过年 would be celebrating the Chinese New Year. Whereas, for example, 过情人节. So 情人节 is the Valentine's Day. So 过情人节 would be celebrating Valentine's Day. And here, 过节 is like generally 过节 celebrating all the festivals.
So 过节, Spring Festival, 都一样. So this is like all the same.
Yes.
一样 is the same. 要大扫除.
大扫除.
大扫除.
Mhm.
So 要 is like do, right? And 大扫除 is like cleaning.
Well, 要 is more like want to or you should. So if I say 我要, it's like saying I want. 我要一杯咖啡, I want a cup of coffee. 我要一本书, I want one book. But if I say 你要, it's no longer saying you want. It's saying, well, it's a little bit like saying you want.
It's like you want to do it, right?
Yeah, it's a little bit ordering. It's you should do it. But in English, I think it's the same thing. When you're ordering someone, you're saying, you want to put the chairs over there.
Right.
You want to read it today. So,
Right.
right? So 要 is you should or yeah, something should be done.
You need to do this,
You need to
and
do
then
this and that.
办年货. This is like buy New Year's goods, right?
Yes, buy New Year's goods.
So here you have ban as opposed to my. Can we use my? Can we say my nian huo?
You can totally say 买年货,
Awesome, cool.
right?
And then my xin yi.
Mhm.
So my again here is buy, and xin is new, and then
New.
yi is clothes, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
The funny thing about 办 is that as a verb, it is the kind of verb that you do not want to be creative about. If you see it in 半年货, you stick it with 半年货. Don't use 半 to replace 买 in other occasions. People will not be able to understand you. You should
Yeah,
make
that's
sure.
that's why I want to just use my
Yeah.
all, everywhere because it always means buy.
Yeah. So 半年货 can only be used in this set phrase. So don't try to use it to replace 买 for other occasions. Or you can, like what Tony is doing very smart here, is use 买 for buy stuff.
Yeah, all the time.
Yes.
Don't switch it up.
Yeah. And for the next sentence, 我已经打扫好房间了，正在下单买零食，计划明天去逛街。
So this is I've cleaned the room and I'm placing an order for snacks. I plan to go shopping tomorrow. So 我已经 so this is I already, right? 打扫 or this is clean.
Clean.
And 好房间 so 房间 is room, right?
Yes.
So I'm assuming the how here is like I cleaned my room pretty good already.
Yeah.
right?
That's a great translation.
And then 正在 this is like the continuous tense, like you're in the process of doing something.下单 so this is to place an order, right?
Perfect.
And then 买零食 so 买 is buy and 零食 is should be like snacks, right?
Snacks.
But if you're placing an order, do you need to say buy next to it? Because I mean, in English, when you say you're placing an order, you assume, but here it says 下单买.
Well, I think if you say 我正在下单零食, it works as well.
It works too. Okay.
Yeah, but a more common way of saying it would be 下单买零食.
Okay.
买零食 is also considered a rather common phrase.
We could also say 正在买零食
正在买零食. Yes,
without saying 下单.
You can say 正在买零食, but it's a little bit hard to understand because how can you 正在买零食 buying snacks right now and also having conversation?
Oh yeah, because you're on the phone and you're like I'm buying it right now as we
Exactly.
speak.
If you say buy, you're buying. You're 买, but if you say 下单, it's more clear that you are actually placing an order online. And 计划明天去逛街.
This is 计划 is like plan, yeah. 明天 is tomorrow. And then 去逛街 is this like go shopping?
Go shopping.
Okay, cool.
So for this person, the room cleaning is done, the purchasing of snacks is ongoing, and the buying new clothes is in the plan, in the calendar. And I think this is a really good sentence here because in this sentence you see the three different tense. You see the past tense, or let's say the perfect tense.
Where the
has
la,
already.
the la is there for the past, 正在 is there for the present, and then for the future, this one's kind of tricky.
This one is a little bit tricky.
You have to say 以后, right?
You do have to say 以后. That's the thing in Chinese. Usually I would say that the Chinese sentence does not have a very clear sign of different tense. But apparently, I think the official definition of it is that Chinese language is a tenseless language. We don't really specify different tenses. We have different ways to say things happen in the past, happening right now, and will happen in the future. But there is no, let's say, different forms of verbs showcasing that.
That's a wonderful thing if you're learning a new language. I tell you, I mean, you could just say 明天, right? This means tomorrow.
Exactly.
Right? So there's certain words that indicate the tense, I think.
But I know it'll be difficult for you if grammatically you are very, very, very used to the idea of having tense, and it will be a little bit difficult, and that is why we have a little summary here telling you how to say different things in your mind. When you're talking about a past tense scenario, you would know how to transfer that into Chinese. So for past tense, I think one very easy one would be le.
Yeah, le.
Le suggests that this is something that's already done. And also, you can say 过.
过.
We know 过 in itself is spent or celebrate a festival, like we just said.
Yeah.
But it can also mean you have the experience of something. So if I say 我看过这本书, so 我看书, I read book. 我看过这本书. I've read this one.
Hmm.
So that is a way of making it into something that has already happened.
So without saying the guo, could you just say 我看了, or can you use the la in this
You
one?
can.
Yeah.
我看了这本书.
Stick to the the one that's used the most often.
Yeah, but the difference here is that if you're using 过, you are stressing the experience part
Mm,
of the meaning. But 了 is saying something has happened.
okay.
Okay, so 了 和过 would be a good way. And of course, you can do what Tony has just said, is to give it a time reference. Yesterday, 昨天, 今天上午, this morning, 去年, last year, anything like that would tell people that this is something happened in the past. And you do not even have to change the form of the verb. How convenient.
Yeah, it is.
And for the progressive tense, you can say, of course, 正在. That'll be easy one. 正在.
正在.
So 正在. 我正在写作业. I'm doing my homework right now.
Yes.
So 正在 is a little bit like right now, or like verb plus ing form.
Oh, 现在.
Or 现在. 现在 is now.
Yeah.
But it's hard to put 现在 in a sentence without sounding a little bit awkward.
Really?
You can say 现在正在. You can say 我现在正在吃饭.
Well, right now I'm eating, right?
Yes. But if you say 我现在吃饭, it just sounds a little bit awkward.
Huh.
And also, it can be a little bit confusing because if you say 我现在吃饭, you might be saying that I will start eating right now.
Mm.
So it's a little bit confusing.
Close enough.
Still, stick with 我正在吃饭. Because the purpose of language is to make sure people get what you're trying to say.
Mm.
So, like I said, you can say 我正在 or 我现在正在. And then the future tense. Future tense, you talked about 以后.
Yeah.
So, do you know how to say in the future, do you want to come to China?
以后你喜欢去中国?
No, you can say that. Yes.
Does that work?
It works.
Hey.
You can also say 以后你想来中国, put a 么 there to show it's a question.
Oh, yeah.
Because
I knew that.
if you would come to China instead of go to China.
Yeah, true, and then come is 来, right?
Right.
Okay.
So that's 以后. I know, technically speaking, do you want to come to China in the future? It's not a future tense sentence in English.
You can, but you can also ask it without it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying here is that if you put a time reference in the sentence, it's basically what all you need to do for tense, because it's grammatically a tenseless language.
Got it.
Okay, so that's for past, present, and future in Chinese. And apparently, this person in the conversation has already done a lot of cleaning and is placing an order for snacks and is planning on going shopping in the future. So he's all set. And haha, 看来你万事俱备，就等过年了.
This is, well, haha, as you once indicated. It seems that everything is ready for you, just pretty much waiting for the Spring Festival. So obviously, haha is haha, right?
LOL.
LOL.
Yeah.
看来, this is seems like.
Seems like.
Okay. And that's, kan is like seems or something you see, right? And then lai is like come, right? So you put that together, I guess that means seems like.
Yes.
你万事俱备. 万事俱备 is like 万事俱备 is when everything is ready, right?
Yeah. 万事 is a 10,000 things. 俱 is all. 备 is ready. So we know that in Chinese, when you're saying 10,000 things, or sometimes even 3 things, you're actually suggesting everything, all the things. So 万事俱备, everything's there. 就等过年了.
就等, this is just waiting, right? 等 is wait. And then 过年, this is again the Spring Festival.
Yes.
And then la, what is this la?
La is a happy last particle you put in the sentence. 要过
Okay.
年啦 very happy, about to spend the traditional Chinese New Year, holidays, don't have to work. Will still post things on my personal account.
So that means she's still working on the
I'm
Spring
not working, I'm
Festival.
having fun with my friends online.
Oh, that's one way to look at it. Yeah.
So la would be a happy particle you put at the end of the sentence.
All right.
Okay, so do you have any questions about the conversation?
At this point, no. You can
All
try it.
right, let's try it.
只是我第一次在中国过年，是要准备些什么吗？
过节都一样呀，要大扫除、办年货、买新衣。
我已经打扫好房间了，正在下单买零食，计划明天去逛街。
哈哈，看来你万事俱备，就等过年了。You're listening to Takeaway Chinese with myself, Niu Hongli, and Tony. We would love to hear from you. Send us your thoughts by email to learnchinese@cri.com.cn. Coming up next, let's continue talking about what are the preparations you do for your major festivals. Don't go away, so you will take some Chinese away. Welcome back to Takeaway Chinese. I'm Niu Honglin with Tony in the studio. So Tony, do you know what are the must-do, some of the must-do before the traditional Chinese New Year? 中国人过年前一定要做的事情有什么？
I've heard some really interesting rituals. Is there one where you're not supposed to like wash your hair or something, or
Cut your hair.
cut your hair?
Mhm.
Okay, there was don't cut your hair,
And the cutting hair is actually not before Chinese
and
New
you're not
Year.
supposed to clean something for a while until something happens. or-
Okay, I think you've been lectured about many of the fun things or fun ancient superstitions that we sometimes don't honor anymore. But anyway, those are for the actual 过年 period.
Okay.
It was for the actual spring festival period of time or the traditional Chinese New Year period of time. But before that, we actually do a lot of other stuff as well. So, for example, 扫房子 is a thing you must do. You have to celebrate the traditional Chinese New Year with your clean house. So 扫 the 打扫 clean, and 房子 is a house literally. So 扫房子 would be one thing. And 写对联
学对联. This is 写对联.
写春联 or 写对联 would be write your couplet for the spring festival because you stick it on both sides of your door and it's for good luck.
To scare away the scary monster too, right?
That too. And also you have to settle your debts. Do you know why is that?
Why?
Because if you owe people money during the spring festival period of time, during the very beginning of the traditional Chinese New Year, then you will be in bad luck. You have to settle your debts before the coming traditional Chinese New Year so that you can have a clean slate, start fresh,
Yeah,
a
but-
lucky New Year.
How do you do that if you have a mortgage? I mean, if you have a mortgage, that's a lot of money that you can't settle.
That is why I said these are some superstitions we do not honor anymore. But it's mainly for people. If you owe money to the bank, you owe money to the bank, but you cannot owe money to individual.
Ah, okay.
And it's fun. It's fun to know these things. And like Tony has asked, it's sometimes some of the traditions are hard to honor.
Wasn't there something like if you use water to wash something, it will wash away
Your
the
fortune.
fortune or something, so you can't wash,
Well, I
right?
think again that is during the New Year. It's not before the New Year. It's not in the preparation stage. 不是准备期间啊。And also, I have never honored that. I always clean stuff every day,
Yeah.
especially under the fact of the pandemic.
Mhm.
It's very important to always wash your hands,
Yeah,
wear a
gotta be
mask.
clean.
Always wash your hands.
How
So,
long is this period of where you don't wash until?
I think one day.
So okay, no day.
Not
Okay.
too bad.
Hmm.
And one other thing is that when you're celebrating traditional Chinese New Year or when you're preparing for it, the reunion dinner is very important. We say 年夜饭很重要. 年夜饭 would be the traditional Chinese New Year Eve dinner.
年夜.
对，年夜，年 we know is the year, and 夜 is night or evening. So 年夜饭 is the, let's say, spring festival eve dinner or New Year's Eve dinner. And you have to buy stuff for it, prepare meat, prepare fish. Fish is important because we say 年年有余. Every year have a fish. No, every year has surplus. So have abundant material every year, abundant stuff, life support every year.
Did you eat a fish every year?
Actually, I do. I love fish. Every chance I got, I'll grab. Well, it's not grab a spoon. It's more like grab a chopstick.
Okay.
It's strange. Anyway, I do that, and you would also buy some lucky food, including tangerine, including rice cake, 年糕. So these are all the things that you need to prepare. But
why are they lucky?
Because 年糕is the name of rice cake, and it has the Chinese character 高, the pronunciation of it in it, and 高 would suggest you can 步步高升. Every step go further. It's just that you are going to thrive. Your life, your career, your study would be better and better, higher and higher level.
Wow. Okay.
We play with words a lot.
Yeah.
Yes. So all these things are something that you need to prepare before the festival. It's really similar preparing for festivals. No matter what festivals you are preparing for, the main idea is to be happy when you're celebrating it, have all the things that you need, and have some good luck sign in your life.
Yeah, I think that would be, it's the passing of one year coming into another. I think most people are pretty happy about that, surviving one year, especially the one last year. So it's just being happy about the future.
Yes, be happy about the future and prepare for a special traditional Chinese New Year for you too. That brings us to the end of today's Takeaway Chinese. I'm Niao Honglin with Tony in the studio. For more episodes of the show, you can visit our website at chinaplus.cri.cn and go to the column podcast.
There are also many podcast platforms where you can find us, and that's Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, SoundCloud, Spotify, and Stitcher. In case you'd like to listen to some previous shows and leave your thoughts, comments, and ratings.
感谢收听，我们下次再见。
再见。
我要学汉语 I want to learn Chinese.
其实并不难 It can be fun.
欢乐汉语 Chinese Studio.
We learned about traveling yesterday, Yajip, and it makes me want to know more about it.
That's good. It seems everybody loves traveling. And welcome to Chinese Studio. 我是亚杰
And 我是 Cam. We're going to continue with this topic today, so let's check out our keywords of the day.
Keywords of the day. How do you prefer to go? 你想怎么走 Where is the bus station? 公交车站在哪儿 Where is the train station? 火车站在哪儿 Where is the airport? 机场在哪儿 Can you tell me where to get off? 您能告诉我在哪儿下车吗 All in today's Chinese studio.
Yeah, Jip, if I want to take somebody somewhere, I have to ask them, how do you prefer to go? Because I know some people like to take the subway and others prefer the bus.
I see. You can say 你想怎么走 First, 你 is you.
你
想 means want to.
想
怎么 how.
怎么
走 means to go.
走
你想怎么走
你想怎么走 How do you prefer to go?
您想怎么走？
我想坐公交车。
您想怎么走？
我想坐地铁。
Okay, Well, I prefer taking the bus because it's not too far from here, but I'm not so familiar with the bus station, so I need to ask some local residents. And how do I say, where is the bus station in Chinese?
You can ask in this way. 公交车站在哪儿?
公交车站在哪儿?
Yesterday we learned bus in Chinese is 公交车.
公交车 bus.
And 站 means stop or station.
公交车站 bus station or bus stop.
Right. 在哪儿 at where.
在哪儿?
Together it's 公交车站在哪儿?
公交车站在哪儿? Where is the bus station?
Also, we've learned train station in Chinese is 火车站.
Yes, so where is the train station would be 火车站在哪儿?
Very good. Now let's try another one. Airport in Chinese is 机场. So where is the airport should be?
Let me do it. 机场在哪儿? Where is the airport?
Now let's listen to some dialogues.
您好，请问公交车站在哪儿？
往前走100米左右，您就能看到了。
您好，您知道火车站在哪儿吗？
对不起，我也不太清楚。
Sometimes I need to ask some Chinese friends to remind me where to get off the bus. So how do you say that in Chinese?
You can say, 您能告诉我在哪儿下车吗?
Ooh, that's a long one. 您能告诉我在哪儿下车吗?
您 is you.
您
能 means could.
能
告诉我 to tell me.
告诉我
在哪儿 at where.
在哪儿
下车 to get off.
下车
您能告诉我在哪儿下车吗? Can you tell me where to get off?
您能告诉我在哪儿下车吗?
您好，您能告诉我在哪儿下车吗？
好的，没问题。
Keywords reminder. How do you prefer to go? 你想怎么走? Where is the bus station? 公交车站在哪儿? Where is the train station? 火车站在哪儿? Where is the airport? 机场在哪儿? Can you tell me where to get off? 您能
Some say Chinese is one of the most difficult languages in the world, and learning it is almost impossible.
So learning Chinese, the most difficult thing.
非常非常非常非常非常难。
So I'm sort of tone deaf. I can't really hear them.
I think the cultural mindset is the biggest complication for grammar.
知吃思吃都还难。
It's just complicated. So much.
Only because you're not learning it in the right way. Why not try Takeaway Chinese, where you can take some Chinese away and experience progress day by day. Takeaway Chinese, we will promise you a difference.
你好，欢迎收听随行汉语 Welcome to Takeaway Chinese. I'm Niu Honglin with Tony in the studio. Hi, Tony.
Hey, Nunu. Pleasure to be here again, learning some more Chinese.
The 春运 Spring Festival Travel Rush kickstart, but actually a lot of people are changing their travel plans and are going to stay put where they are to spend the holiday.
Have a staycation.
Have a
right?
staycation.
Yeah.
So for our dear listeners, if you're interested in knowing how to say those things and how to explain your travel plans, and you're interested in Chinese culture, you want to get a grips with the Chinese language, this is the show for you. Stick with us and you soon see the rewards. And for more fun Chinese learning, follow our Facebook page, CRI Learn Chinese, to watch many fun videos and live streams. But now, let's provide you with some free Chinese for takeaway. 今年过年你有出行计划吗？没有，我打算在北京过年，既不返乡，也不出去旅游。我也是，如果出行时间又长，人又多，到了目的地还要做核酸检测，太麻烦了。对，就地过年，方便安全。
I almost feel like this is a rhetorical question because it's like you know what the answer is going to be for most people. It's like, hey, you going anywhere? It's almost like a way to talk
Start
to
a